All right, what up, Internet fam? Leo here, and today we're diving headfirst into the mystery of the loneliest house in the world. You know, that super remote, super green island with a tiny house on it? Yeah, that one. So there are tons of wild theories out there. Some folks think a paranoid billionaire built it for a zombie apocalypse. Classic. Others say it's a religious cult compound. And honestly, a lot of us just want to move there to escape our problems, right? But guess what? Your boy Leo actually went there. And let me tell you, the journey itself was already an epic adventure. Locals were like, dude, you'd be crazy to go. It's super dangerous, no dock. You gotta literally jump off the boat onto slippery rocks. Which, of course, just screamed, Leo, this is your job. First off, Iceland is cold, and I was clearly not prepared in my shorts. My travel plans were a whole mission. Taxi, ferry, then another boat to this legendary island. The ferry ride was so foggy, it was like stepping into a cloud. Once I landed, I was shivering, but super hyped to meet my guide, Magnus, who, let's be real, I totally butchered his name at first. Sorry, Magnus. Turns out, back in 2017, Magnus uploaded a YouTube video exploring the island and even grilling some steaks, all in Icelandic. So I slid into his DMs and he actually responded. He agreed to take me and even promised juicy steak. Score! Next up, I met Erik, the other guide, and when I tell you his name is Erik, like a total Viking warrior, you know my life was officially in his hands. This dude eats fear for breakfast. He was like, we're taking the small boat, and my jaw just dropped. The boat looked tiny compared to the monstrous waves. Another sailor, Gunnar, looked at me and basically said I'd shit myself on the way out. Thanks for the confidence boost, Gunnar. Magnus hooked me up with some proper gear, including a life vest that apparently only gives you 1 hour to live in the freezing water. And did I mention I can't even swim? Yikes. The boat ride was absolutely insane. Picture the roughest, choppiest waters you've ever seen, but like Arctic edition. I forgot my goggles at first, but once I slapped them on and gave Magnus a cool steampunk pair, my confidence level went up like +3. Erik was driving like crazy, just as he promised, and I was genuinely terrified. Then came the climbing part. We had to literally jump off the boat onto the slippery rocks and scale a steep cliff face using ropes. My camera died mid-climb, so I had to improvise with some epic Photoshop, showing me falling into the ocean and then being rescued by a flying shark, complete with my orange goggles naturally. Yeah, it was that kind of trip. Finally, we made it to the house. And guess what? It turns out it's not the loneliest house in the world. There's actually a second one nearby. Mind blown. Inside, it's super cozy, wooden, and filled with history. I signed the guest book, making me the 11,265th person to step foot in the house. Erik told me everything in that house, every nail, every stick, was carried up by hand. By hand. Just like how we climbed up, but with furniture. A terrifying night, I woke up, brushed my teeth with an epic view, and even snapped some fresh TikToks. We saw some sheep, puffins, seals, and of course, a handsome guy, me, duh. And about that billionaire theory, Magnus spilled the tea. The houses belong to a hunting association. The smaller shed was the original lonely house, used by bird scientists to study the puffins. The pantry was stocked for a week, and the workshop had everything needed for repairs because, hello, no Home Depot on a remote island. Just as we finished up, Erik got a call. The seas were calm, so it was time to bolt before we got stuck for another week. Phew, what an adventure. So, while it might not be the absolute loneliest house, it was definitely one of the most extreme trips I've ever taken. And hey, at least I know where I'm going when the zombie apocalypse hits. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in the next one.